Hello and welcome to Pridestravaganza stream. It's exactly what it says on the tin. We're running the Hunger Games simulator with a lot of yves.lgbt characters. I couldn't fit all of them for obvious reasons. I write a lot of short stories, but I could fit most of the most interesting, most influential, most iconic, most named ones. I'm going to give you one run through, and I could, to be fair, also get you the list. Should I post a list of what they're all from? I mean, the first thing is I have a projects page, I have a writing page. Here's, thank you, Theo. Here's projects. And there's writing. The difference is pretty simple. It's what's complete and what's not. That's a good idea. It's going to be really embarrassing for me if it's K. But let's see. I'm going to paste the text here. Write faster. Fair enough. I'm typing out all of the places they come from right now. And there we go. That's all of them. All right, let's take a little stroll and meet everybody. So from K. Rainier, we have K, Atlas, and Constantine. Constantine is K's homophobic father. I should note, Constantine is not even gay. He's just here because I thought it would be funny. K. Rainier is in some ways, what if yaoi was girls? And I think it's funny to put Constantine repeatedly into situations where everyone is gay other than him. He's always the odd man out. And often the only man, even when he doesn't know it. K is a trans lesbian. She's closeted somehow. Atlas is everyone's favorite 2009 goth. I think we're actually starting the story in 2010, 2011 now, but still. Emo? I don't know what he is. Technically he's a poser. He doesn't listen to the music, he just wears the clothes. He's something, that's for sure. He likes women. And maybe even is one? Could it be true? K. Rainier is the interdimensional lesbian romance. Atlas is an interdimensional contract worker who gets hired by Constantine to protect K from the assassins that are after the Rainier family. And then Atlas starts sleeping with K. And everything goes downhill from there. Or uphill, depending on your definition. And there's the cast of Sometimes It Happens. I need to rescue this poor novel. There's a draft out there. It's just not very good. So 18... Well, no, it was 15 years ago. It's been so long, it feels like 18 years. 15 years ago, Elle and Ephraim were dating, and then Ephraim disappeared without saying anything, and now he shows up, and he has a child, Brent, who's 15 years old. Everyone is trans. Oops! All transgender. And it's also kind of a second chance romance between Elle and Ephraim. There's Forest Castles. It started out as, what if YA love triangles were good? Because I was so frustrated. I didn't really like love triangles. I really want them to work out. Not, work out in the sense that everyone's happy, but work out in the sense that they're written well. And I didn't understand what was so hard about this when I was, 15 or whatever. So I started doing this. And now it's Eliza gets kidnapped by a sentient forest, which is ruled by two kingdoms, the red and the white. And has to, get home because she doesn't really have time for destroying the monarchy or whatever. She has homework. The two sides of the love triangle are Red and Abner, who are also, if you remember the Tumblr post that goes, why aren't the guys in the love triangle also into each other? That's what inspired this. That's that's where we are with this still. Red and Avner. And then Ava is the child queen of the Red Kingdom. We don't like her, but it's not really her fault. She is 12. There's Dana and Floor from Tell Me About the Non-Believer. Dana is a YouTube atheist who is doing a documentary on Floor, who's a witch in the woods and doesn't know what YouTube is. Mel and Jenny are from Something's Not Right. Published collection of short stories. Being re-released soon. 5th anniversary is coming up. Well, it passed, but in October 10th even, mark your calendars, we're getting the 5th anniversary edition of Something's Not Right, which is where Mel and Jenny come from. They appear in a few short stories. It's a collection of largely unrelated short stories, but what ties it together is Jenny's narrative. Her arc, you could say. There's the Golem and the Girl from Exhaustively. When you have family troubles, so you make a golem and then accidentally imprint on him as a father figure. There's Vidalia and Brayden from Paper Tigress. This is my current, if you only read one Yves thing, let it be this. It's free, it's online, it's on Reedsy. I think it's very good. I really enjoyed writing it, and I've reread it myself a few times because I enjoy it. Let's see. Reedsy's working so hard to make it difficult to paste this link. There's the link to that. Charlie and Scarlet from World Got Smaller. I should note, Charlie does, I mean, no spoilers, but the pronoun thing is really just a bit throughout World Got Smaller. Charlie's, we're going to be, take a long pause. Charlie's dilemma at the beginning of World Got Smaller is that she is questioning her gender. You know, no spoilers. And sort of broke up with / got broken up with, but now has to go to this wedding and is not going to have her boyfriend as the +1, but he's also going to be there, and so there's just kind of no way to show up without being humiliated. And Scarlet says, well, why don't you just go as your own girlfriend? Just dress up as a woman and then show up and say, oh, yes, I'm here with Charlie. He's great. I'm his girlfriend. And then, you know, test out the being a girl thing and also save face all at once. Nothing could go wrong. I also love that story, for the record. I think it has aged well. Rebecca from Something Weird I Heard About Rebecca. What is Rebecca? I don't really know, but Rebecca wants to be a vampire, not a little girl. There's the Traveler Wife from The Traveler Wife. She's the one who's in space thinking about her partner who is at home, and, you know, time dilation. Time dilation takes such a back seat because I just truly do not understand it. And I had it explained to me once in a way that I understood. It's gone now. I explained it on Patreon, so I'll have to reread my own explanation if I ever want to understand it again. And then finally, Beck and Annalise in Long Line, my erotic novelette that I posted to After Dark. Go read it. It's also very good. Arguably, the reason it's not my everyone read this right now is because not everyone wants to read my erotica, which is a shame for them. But if you like erotica, if you want to read erotica, if you wish erotica was written Yves style, go read it. I think it's pretty good. When I finish SNR, because I am kind of free to do whatever I want at that point, it's just going to be erotica. I'm going to quit being a safe for work writer of any kind, and all I'm going to do is write about women sleeping with each other. I would like to shout out Theo Technocentipede's message. You just didn't do it because you know you'd immediately fall in a pit and die. I did. So true. I did run this just to make sure I understood how it worked, but just with myself and Theo as tributes. And I don't remember what happened to Theo, but it just said, you know, Theo picks up some berries and sticks. Yves falls in a pit and dies. And I clicked next, and it said, The cannon sounds for Yves. Yves is dead. I click next and says Theo has won the game. So my impression is certainly that this works, but I guess we'll find out. Um, well, without further ado, let's pit them all against each other. And you can always ask me, and who is this person again? Okay. Oh my god! Frime and Dana fight for a bag. Dana strangles Frime with the straps and runs. It's not clear to me even if Frime is dead or if he just enjoyed that. Avner and Scarlet fight for a bag. Avner gives up and retreats. That's in character. Charlie runs away from the cornucopia. Also in character. Mel finds a canteen full of water. It's not going to help him. He's a vampire, but good for him. Bren stabs Annalise in the back with a trident. It's funny, when I was putting Bren here, and Ahava also, I thought, let's keep them out of this. They're children. Which tells you how long it's been since I've read The Hunger Games. Atlas runs into the cornucopia and hides. Bad idea. I don't know why he did that. Eliza, Rebecca, the Golem, and Beck share everything they gathered before running. Dream Team? Brayden shoots a poisonous blow dart into Jenny's neck, slowly killing her. Mel is not going to be happy about that. Constantine retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia. The girl snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag, also possibly in character. What? Hold on. Hold on, everybody. A pair of what? I'm Googling this. Oh. Huh. It's a traditional Okinawan stabbing weapon. So why are they putting an S on it? That's fine. I don't mind. This is pretty fun. Ooh. Okay. So Kay has a pair of these now. In her Ninja Turtle era. Ava finds a backpack full of camping equipment. That makes me feel better. I put a child in here, but at least she's probably going to be fine. The Traveler Wife and Flora fight for bag. Traveler Wife gives up and retreats. Elle finds a canteen full of water. Good for them also. Red kills Vidalia with her own weapon. I love the panic button also on the side here. Okay. Day 1. Charlie thinks about home, also in character. Traveler Wife sprains her ankle while running away from Karen. Why would they fight? Oh, there's no lesbian solidarity at all. Constantine severely slices Avner with a sword. I can imagine this, but only if it was by accident. Like, they're doing negotiations and Constantine trips and hits Avner with a sword. Floor makes a wooden spear. Brayden receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. That was Theo. He has to avenge Vidalia. Oh my god! Beck silently snaps the girl's neck. Girl on girl violence. No. Butch on butch violence, even. This is awful. Red taints Scarlet's food, killing them. Elle defeats Eliza in a fight, but spares her life. That's true. I mean, she's only, 18? Let her go. Ava severely injures Atlas and leaves him to die. Oh my god! That's so early! It is really funny to me that Atlas is already, out of the running, and Constantine is hitting people with swords. Mel makes a wooden spear. You know what? Good for him. Dana and Rebecca work together for the day. I could see that working out. Not really, but I mean, Dana is so against anything that hasn't been proven by science or whatever that I don't know, but we'll work with it. The golem attacks Brenda. They manage to escape. Very out of character. The golem would never hurt a child. Famously. Night 1. The golem and Eliza talk about the tribute still alive. My only complaint here is that it's kind of just putting them together in configurations that don't necessarily make sense. Like, how do they get to each other? Okay, let's see. They walked. I mean, yes, but this is what I need to be doing, is coming up with the layout of the arena. But we can do that live. If anyone has any pitches for what the arena looks like. I'm imagining it right now as a marble run situation. Dana lets Rebecca into his shelter. All right. Brent sets up camp for the night. Very smart. There we go. There it is. Constantine falls into a frozen lake and drowns. R.I.P. I'm taking a long drink in celebration. Happy Pride! Cheers, everybody. I can't believe Max isn't here for this. Oh, all right. Okay, and a stretch too. Make sure to stay limber. You wouldn't want to fall into a frozen lake and drown. This is how it should be. There was something that, it struck me that it would be very funny if he won, but I also didn't really want him to. Okay. Charlie, Alva, and Karen cheerfully sing songs together. What could they possibly be singing? Charlie is modern day. Ava has been in a magical forest for, well, actually just, 8 years now. Because I wrote that in my personal documents, just to put a number on things, I said that Eliza enters the forest in the year 2020. Again, I started brainstorming this in 2015. That's not related to political events. And I said at the time also that Ava is 12 and has been in the forest since she was 7, which means she had been there for 5 years. So mathematically speaking, she's been in a portal fantasy forest for 8 years now. And Kay Rainier is in the 2010s and also a Victorian. So I guess they're singing Happy Birthday because they have essentially nothing else in common. Brayden stays awake all night, plotting revenge for his... I don't know if she's his love. I mean, they probably had an amazing time. Beck attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. That's fine. He's our favorite fail girl. I don't know if that would happen. I mean, we've established he's pretty competent at fixing things, but he could be terrible at starting fires. Elle cooks their food before putting their fire out. Traveler Wife kills Floor while he is sleeping. Traveler Wife is a very do-what-has-to-be-done character, so I could see that. Oh my god! Mel bashes Red's head in with a mace. Who's dead right now? Okay. 11 people died on day 1. Ephraim is dead after being strangled with that bag. Something about the black and white lesbian flag looking like a heterosexual pride flag. They made her straight. They made her straight. Oh no. Happy Pride. All right. Annalise is dead. I don't remember how she died at this point. Jenny is dead. Vidalia is dead. Avner is dead. No! And because of Constantine. You know what? It's fitting that Constantine died because I would have killed him for this. What did Avner do to anyone? Ever? Don't even answer. There's nothing to say. He has never done anything wrong in his life. The girl died. Sorry to the golem. You didn't do a great job of protecting her. Scarlet has died. Atlas died. And Constantine died. So Kay is left, just kind of somewhere. That's very, not in character, but I can imagine Kay coping with this all right, at least for now. Floor died and Red died. Okay, so we have 13. Oh, wow. Mel poisons Braden's drink. He drinks it and dies. So I guess Vidalia is not getting avenged. That's fine, because Braden is kind of a failed boy, so it doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter to me. Bren defeats Ava in a fight, but spares her life. Very in character. I could see this happening. I mean, not necessarily Ava is the best at fencing in her entire world, at least. But, maybe it was something else. Maybe it was hand-to-hand combat. Who knows? Eliza receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. That's how writing Forest Castles works, is I just decide to give her a bomb to take care of the monarchy. Traveler wife scares Charlie off. The golem sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Maybe he assumes that it's his daughter. No, that he would know who died, right? Oh well. Elle sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Dana searches for firewood, inspired by the smoke. Are you serious? Kay dies trying to escape the arena. I guess she wasn't coping very well. So that's all of the Kay Rainier characters out of the running, which is very quick. Beck receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Someone is arming women, and I like it. Rebecca explores the arena. Couldn't hurt, but I mean, maybe take someone with you. Night 2. Rebecca sees a fire, but stays hidden. Traveler wife starts a fire. Those could have been another order. Beck and Mel run into each other and decide to truce for the night. We should all truce. That's how this should end, is like no one kills each other. I say in the Hunger Games Simulator. Charlie, Dana, and Eliza sleep in shifts. I could sort of see that happening. I feel like Charlie is not a great teammate, shall we say. The World Got Smaller is famously about Charlie being too anxious to go outside, so... Sorry, I've accidentally stepped on a landmine. That was Eliza's. The golem and Bren hold hands. That's true, he's adopting more children in the meanwhile. Elle tends their wounds. What wounds? They just tripped. The Fallen. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Braden has died this round. Kay Rainier died this round. Rest in peace. Ava died this round. This is difficult. So what does that leave us with? So that was... We only have 10 left, I think. You are being funny, Max. Also, hello, I hope Panera was good. I can't believe that... Oh no! That Max showed up and immediately was told Constantine died. That's what happened. He fell in a frozen lake and drowned. So, Atlas would never have died on my watch. You say that, but it's my watch and he died. Anyway. How did your Red Queen stepping on a landmine help this country? It's so true. Okay. I cannot believe that... No, I think it's 10. Is it? It's not 10 left, it's 11? No, okay. I'm reading the chat and I'm trying to keep up. How did they not give you a brownie? And how did you not kill them for it? Anyway, yes, literally the text was Constantine Rainier falls in a frozen lake and drowns. That was the text. Oh, I'm sorry about that. All right, day 3. Charlie tries to spear fish with a trident. You know what? Good for her. What? Rebecca Tane smells food, killing him. There's a lot of poisoning happening. Traveler wife forces the golem to kill Beck or Brett. He decides to kill Brett. Well, I don't know how in character any of that is, but alright. Elle scares Dana off. They just said shoo. They just said get out of here. Eliza questions her sanity. That's most of Forest Castles. Night 3. This is trying really hard not to use pronouns. The golem severely injures Charlie but puts her out of her misery. Dana and Eliza run into each other and decide to truce for the night. That happened in The Death of the Author, to be fair. Traveler wife stays awake all night. Beck starts a fire. Oh my god. Rebecca overpowers and kills Elle. 4 cannon shots. We have 6 people remaining. This is going very quickly. Mel has died this round. Bren has died this round. Charlie has died this round. And Elle has died this round. Oh. This is so sad. Feast! Alright. Dana, Eliza, and Beck confront each other, but grab what they want slowly to avoid conflict. Rebecca stuffs a bundle of dry clothing into a backpack before sprinting away. Same for Traveler Wife. The golem takes a staff leading it to the cornucopia. Rebecca kills Dana Singh with a sickle. Rebecca has killed multiple people, which actually does not surprise me, but is very fun. Also, sorry, Dana. Eliza receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. I guess thank you to Theo and Max, who gave her the water. Rebecca is serving. That's also true that, I love that Max's taste smells food. You mean blood. That's true. Charlie Fish joke somewhere also true. Oh, I'm glad you like the drawings, Max. These are from The Death of the Author headshots. They all said, Max, I don't know if you were there. Rebecca not started fire for the life of him earlier. And then Max says exactly what I said, which was, you can fix the stick, but that's different from the fire. Okay, the golem over here is Beck and Traveler Wife talking in the distance about their lost loves. It is kind of fitting that the Traveler Wife enters the arena, but not Home Wife, because, you know, being away from your partner, etc., traveling. Eliza, Beck, and Rebecca discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. There have been no alliances. I mean, none. People are just hanging out together at various times and doing little truces. Traveler Wife tests her wounds. The golem tries to sing himself to sleep. He would do that. What's he singing? He probably is singing Toxic. Only 1 death. 5 remaining. Dana Singh has died this round. Day 5. Beck stabs Rebecca with a tree branch. This is, I guess, funnier thinking about Beck as a possible later in life Rebecca. I killed my old self. She's dead. The golem constructs a shack. He could. He absolutely could. Oh my god! Eliza begs for the Traveler Wife to kill her. She reluctantly obliges, killing Eliza. I feel like this would happen, but it would be less dark and more bisexual. Night 5, Traveler Wife starts a fire. Beck and the golem talk about tributes still alive. Rebecca died. No! No! Eliza has died. Pour one out. Can I just note for Max, who missed, part of the stream, that Constantine died moments after, in my opinion, accidentally hitting Abner with a sword. So, deserved maybe. I mean, it was deserved before he did anything. But Thank you, Theo, for remembering. He severely sliced him. Day 6, Beck camouflages himself in the bushes. We're learning a lot of things about Beck's specific skill sets. The golem attempts to climb a tree but falls on Traveler Wife, killing them both. Well, that takes 2 people out. The golem and the Traveler Wife have died this round. So 3 remaining? Oh my god, no. Oh, it's just Beck. Beck just won the Hunger Games. Wait, hold on. Thank you, Theo, for your contribution. That's probably true. I'm trying to think, is there anything that Beck would say in this beautiful moment, but I really don't know. He would probably drop a link to his gaming Discord. In honor of Beck, join the Yves Court. I think that link works. If it doesn't, sorry. That's true. Theo saying cheeky, that's probably true. Max saying he doesn't say anything, he just looks at you with his sad animal eyes. That's also probably true. He won even without Analyst's epic healing auto-clicker. So true. Also true. This is kind of making me want to play this game I used to play all the time, like Heroes of Order and Chaos. Which is, it's almost playable. It's almost a playable game. What auto? What's the context there? Max has read Longline. Longline, there's a, I mean, I get the feeling that that may not be the issue. Anyway, an auto clicker. Guys! Theo! I mean, I don't play enough video game to really understand this, but there are programs where you can record, quote unquote, your key presses. So some people will record, basically, you know, click this person, heal them, click that person, heal them, etc., etc. And then when you run the program, it does that automatically for you. I feel like I've most commonly seen it used for, what is it called, bot farming, where people make an account that's at whatever level they need to make some amount of money, and they record the character walking around in some zone with little easy to defeat monsters, getting kind of a clump of them, and then killing all of them. And they just set the program to run, you know, overnight or whatever. So that way their bots rack up a lot of money or loot or whatever, which they can then sell for real money. But not only is this the case, she's just not very good at video games. I do love that she apparently was like, well, I don't really like video games, but there's like a hot guy who's a girl in here. So. Well, Max, how has your pride been? Proceed to what? Oh, nice! Okay, here we go. See, round 2. Constantine Rainier severely slices Avner Ivory with a sword. Round 3. Constantine Rainier falls into a frozen lake and drowns. You've been writing. That seems gay. Yeah, I mean, it was a bloodbath. So, no one died. Peace and love on planet Earth. I do think it's fitting that Beck won because somebody else made a mistake that killed them and the last person. I also want to shout out this website. Let me link it for everyone else. I was struggling looking at the available Hunger Games simulators, of which there are, of course, many, trying to find one that, of all things, would let me use they, them pronouns for the tributes. And this was the only one that I found of a few. There are probably dozens more that I haven't even seen. And it also was really easy to use. It was easy to type everything out, to set everything up. It seems like you can have as many tributes as you want. You're also not tied to making them be from specific districts. In fact, there are no districts, to my understanding, in this version of the game, which is very helpful to me. May not be to someone who's trying to do something very, very literal, but in terms of just pitting a bunch of characters against each other, I think this is probably the best thing out there. And this was also really enjoyable to read through. My only critique, which I mentioned as we were playing through it, is that there's no continuity, which, in fairness, is very difficult to do in this context. You know, it's a lot to ask to say, oh, well, but could you also then, you know, make it so that if someone has an alliance, that alliance is remembered and where they are is remembered relative to each other? That doesn't seem fair to me. But that's the one thing that I think could improve on what is already a really wonderful version of the Hunger Games simulator idea. And Max did go to Pride, so I don't know why he said not much prideful. I'll copy the text. Wow. Oh, nice. Okay. This is great. So, where? Beck kills 2. So he killed Rebecca. Do we remember who else he killed? Did he poison someone? There was a lot of poisoning. Oh, in round 2, Beck silently snaps the girl's neck from exhaustion. So Rebecca did have the most kills, it looks like, because I was trying to figure out... Right. I was trying to figure out if I was correct in my assertion that she had killed the most people, but that did feel right, and that's correct. Bravely completely ignoring Theo's comments in the chat. It's also interesting that Kay didn't kill anyone, Alice didn't kill anyone, because they died so early, of course. But still. The Golem and the Traveler Wife both killed more people than I would have expected if I were somehow running this. Elle didn't have any kills in character. Mel killed 2 people. Interesting to me that Constantine got a kill in. And I still maintain that was by accident. He tripped and fell and was holding a sword. I'm I just found out that Rebecca had the most kills at 3. Uh-huh. And we're back at the start. All right. That was wonderful. Maxing. I've never been to this life. Well, at this point, I think that we're just hanging out together for the remaining time. So I'll wrap up the recording and also the official bits here. Thank you for watching Pridestravaganza. This was a lot of fun. We should definitely do this next year. I wonder if we'll have different characters then. I mean, already the fact that I didn't include Ocean, Tanner, and Tim was very strange to me because there was a point at which those were some of my most popular and best received characters. And things have just taken off since then. I hope you get your job. 10. And in general, I just do streams whenever, so you can, I think, follow me on Twitch. But also, I'll always, I'll tag the tag list on Yves Dot. I'll at here on the Yves Cord. If you're wondering, what is the tag list? What does that mean? I actually have a new one because it's been so long. I just thought after 5 years we could make a new one. So if you want me to tag you in things on Tumblr when I make important posts, and this is limited to things like writing, my big reading roundups, a stream upcoming, something like that, I'm happy to tag you. That's how to get tagged. I think that's the basics. I mean, thank you so much for coming out.